for Helena. She wants to see.
It's already you. It's already on? Is it on?
I don't know. It must be. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay, our next speaker is Dr. Chris David Kim. I'm going to mispronounce this university, but let me see. Pasir University in Thailand. Okay. Welcome. And I didn't mention his title. I guess I should do that. Bedbug infestations in Thailand.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are almost finished. Please wait for half an hour more. So I will give 20-minute talk. So can I take off my jacket?
No. Don't stop.
Thank you very much for your warm welcome. So Chris David Kim from Transdisciplinary University in Bangkok, Thailand. So today I would like to give you a short talk about the transdisciplinary approaches, which is not a top-down but bottom-up strategy to solve these tropical bed bugs problems. So let me start. So in this talk, to understanding what the transdisciplinary approach, we have to understand how the tropical bed bugs resurgence and also how the bed bugs are dominant rather than the common species. So I'm mainly talking about the tropical species because we are now in Southeast Asia. So as you can see, the tropical bed bugs mainly stay in Southeast Asia like Malaysia and Singapore. So you can see the Dr. Vira. We collected some bed bug samples in Penang. As you can see, the red color saying that most of the samples are tropical species. And this species has high genetic diversity, means it came from many other countries. Because when I visit the actual infested houses, most of the people are the migrant workers or some blind people like blind, cannot see the bug. And some people, the elderly people, they even cannot feel the bed bugs biting. So the blind people suffering by the bed bugs every night. So tropical bed bugs are now invade other countries like non-tropical countries. So 10 years ago, the researcher from Russia, she found that, oh sorry, the slide looks a bit broken. So I will try to explain using my voice, so don't worry. So they found the tropical species in Moscow, Russia. It's a very cold area, but still have the bad tropical species because during winter time, the indoor environment is still good enough, heat enough. So the standardized indoor situation makes allow the tropical species invading. And this map I took from Professor Kim, Seoul National University. She already talked about the serious problem with the resistance, but I want to use this map to explain the invasion of the tropical bed bugs. So the pattern is like this. So the bed bugs are usually following the people, the high density, like a big cities, and then spread slowly from the Seoul city and suburbs like the Gyeonggi province. And as Professor Kim already mentioned, the tropical species are replace the common species. So now the common bed bugs are paid out by the tropical bed bugs. I will tell you the reason why. So to understanding this, basically we have to figuring out the which are which. So you can see here in the picture, common bed bugs and tropical bed bugs, both are female. I'm sure that everyone already know how to figure it out, right? So we usually use the shape of the pronotum. You can see the white wing-like pattern. This is the common bed bugs, while the narrow and short is the tropical bed bugs. However, when you go in the field and try to figuring out the species, the actual situation is a bit complicated. So I got some message from Hans, not here. Yeah, he asked me whether this is tropical or common. So I give one more cue, which is the wing pad. So as you can see, the different shape of the wing pad. The wide stretch is the common bedbug, and narrow could be the tropical bedbugs. And one more cue is there. If you can see the surface of the eggshell, you can also figure out the differences. So the Silex lecturus is the common bedbug has weak pattern with spike, while the hemitus, which is the tropical bedbug, has strong patterns, the honeycomb-like. So under the microscope, even using the eggshell, you can figure out the species. So now we need to understand further for the traumatic insemination for the bedbugs mating system. So this is very interesting story. When I'm talking about this story, everyone happy with it. So you may enjoy it. So as you can see on the screen, the male bedbug has very sharp and knife-like paramere to step the female abdomen through the ectospermology. So basically, the mating harm to the female bedbugs. She may lose her lifespan up to 50%. So you can understand with this video. The tropical male bedbug has very aggressive mating behavior. So this behavior makes the species displaced because the male tropical can kill the female common bedbugs. It is because this is the morphological features of the male tropical bedbugs. So the abdomen shape is curved to supporting the insert the genitalia into the ectospermology, and also the genitalia itself much more curved compared to the common bedbugs. And of course, it has more number of the tibial pad to holding the female's smooth abdomen. So it has 6 times more stronger fluid force compared to the common bedbugs. So as Professor Kim already told us, there are many occasions the two species, common and tropical bedbugs, coexisting in the same place. So the cross-mate can be happened. So now you are watching the picture about the cross-mate with the male tropical bedbugs and female common bedbugs. But luckily, about 40 years ago, the Newbery already told that there is no F1, no hybrid eggs, so there is no super bedbugs, so don't worry about it. So I will show you the reason why, the picture. So now you can figure out this egg has the diluted patterns with spike, it's the common bedbugs eggs and normal stage fertile. But when this common bedbugs female mate with the tropical male, you can see the infertile, the ugly shape. I already showed this picture to develop it, I think 10 years ago. So from my brief experiment, I can see half of them, the female could produce this hybrid egg, and another half, they died by the tropical bedbugs mates, very serious aggressive mating system. So eventually, the female common bedbugs cannot survive from the mating. And this is the honeycomb-like pattern, strong pattern. Should be not common bedbug, should be tropical bedbugs. Okay? So tropical bedbugs female also produce the hybrid eggs, and the hybrid diluted the patterns, and it is infertile, no nymphs. For the female Silex hemitus, only 4%, very low percentage of the hybrid eggs. It is not meaning that 96% died, no, 0% died. The female tropical bedbugs never died from the mating. I will show you the video. So you can see the left-hand side, the tropical bedbugs are mating. Oh, sorry, the video is not working here. So basically, the male bedbugs approach to the female bedbugs for the mating, and for the tropical female, they have their mating resistance behavior, saying that they shake their abdomen very strongly, so that they can repair the mount of the male bedbugs. However, the common bedbug has no the kind of resistance behavior. She just wait and finish until finish the mating. So this is the differences from the female tropical bedbugs. That is why she could survive. So all these kind of features of the tropical bedbugs makes them rapidly dispersed. So Dr. Vera here, he already figuring out that the tropical species from Malaysia has high genetic diversity, infested by the migrant workers or travelers. So they can avoid their genetic isolations, unlike the common bedbugs. So they may get some benefit genetically. And also this is study published by Dr. Hao and Professor Lee, saying that the female tropical bedbugs, after fully fed, they can move up to 42 meters, almost 50 meters, within 5 days. So the female already know that the mating, especially multiple mating, is harmful to her. So they avoid the multiple mating from the male by escaping. So this picture I took from the infested field site. It is the linked loom, not the original loom. So the original loom has many bedbugs with male, female, and males, but connected loom has only a single female and start to produce the new egg. So she has ability to establish a new colony nearby. So I'm saying that if you have the tropical bedbugs infestation, recommend you to treat not only original loom but linked loom. They can move up to 50 meters. So now we understand the basic information about the tropical bedbugs. So let's move on to the transdisciplinary approaches to solve this problem. So conventionally, we have the control measure with the monitoring system because early detection is the key to reducing the population. So last night I had a chance to have a quick conversation with Professor Wang, and he said that the people already know this package, the solution is works very well. It can reduce the population effectively. But the problem is the house owner, they don't want to spend cost. So we also consider the socio-economical issue, not only focusing on the entomological issue. So we are always worrying about the reinfestation, and especially for the tropical bedbugs, they have the rapid dispersion ability. So we have to be careful. So now today I would like to recommend you to add one more measure, which is the prevention measure using the IGR to suppress the population growth and inhibiting reproduction. So Dr. Dini Miller also had a former student who do the research about the IGR, and she found that after exposure to IGR, the male bedbugs lost the malfunction of the colony, and female deformed the ovipositor, so cannot produce any more eggs. But actual situation, she said even malformed genitalia can do the mating and produce eggs. But this is story for the common bedbugs. So what if the female bedbugs, especially for the tropical, has very, very strong shaking behavior, which is the mating resistance behavior? The shorter telomere may change to the mating. So the mating success rate should be decreased. Who knows? So let me introduce the case scenario. Do I have 5 more minutes? 8 minutes, okay, enough. So the invasion route is important to understand to design the intervention, especially for the sustainable and cost-effective. So this morning, Professor Nanyu Xu very easily described what the sustainable is. We need to remember 3 things: ecological, and economical, and social. So we need to cover all these parts. So this year in Thailand, they are trying to promote the tourism industry, having more tourists. But we should understand that the tourists themselves can support the Thai economies. But at the same time, you don't know who may bring some invasive species, like a tropical bedbugs. So the infestation dynamics should be high genetic diversity because the travelers going to the Thailand from many other countries. So as long as we have some more infestation situation, we have to treat using the chemical, like pesticide, many different types. But Professor Kim already explained the multi-carrier registration very serious. Even Stephen Doggett told me that 400,000 times never die. So this kind of the feedback loop will reinforcing these rapid distributions locally and also internationally. That is why tropical bed bugs has more chance to invade other countries like Russia, South Korea, and many other countries. So the Thai government, luckily they already know and have a plan to reduce the risk. So they have their project, namely 3C means the clean air, clean bed, and clean food. So the hospitality industry can get a certificate. However, they only check whether the bed bugs existing or not without any prevention measure. So I want to recommend them to use the IGR just like a vaccination, the vaccine program. So basically the hotel could be the host, and the travelers, it is because they are carrying the bed bugs, could be the vector. But we cannot cure the vector because we need the travelers, right? So we should consider, we have to just prevent reducing, suppressing the population growth. So from the very brief interview with the Thailand PCO, they said they already know there is the seasonal differences of the bed bugs infestation. So every July and November, the infestation is increasing, and there is a pattern. So the infestation basically pattern. So they have these seasonal differences. They can do the design before the season. They can do the detailed treatment using the IGR. However, during the season, they have no time. Very quick turnover. So every day, travelers come and out. So for the during the season, they can do the booster shot, which is just brief spray every 6 months or 2 months. When the season finishes, they can do the off-season checkup for the detail. So this kind of strategy could be supporting them to reducing or suppressing the increasing the number of their tropical bed bugs, especially for the hotels. However, it is easy to talk, just saying that use IGR, but difficult to happening because it is complicated related with the intersectional, not only us, company, and also tourists themselves and government. So we have to talk together. This is the multidisciplinary or transdisciplinary approach. So we can see the color differences, the tourists, and hotel managers, the tour board and consortium, and public health department, regulators and academia, and also pest management professionals and entomologists and chemical engineers. We have to talk all together. So from this table, we already have 10 different disciplines. So this is important to talking together with other disciplines to solve this bed bug issue. So this is what I want to recommend. So as I have two more minutes. Okay, so briefly want to explain what I'm currently doing. So from the Kazakhstan University, we do the transdisciplinary course development for the higher education. So basically, we teach what the transdisciplinary is to the master students, so that they can understand what is important. The most important is the figuring out what is the real world problem. That one, we need to have a skill, of course the soft skill for the communication, but listening other, their attitude is the most important. So this is 1 month very intensive course, but after this course, the students already experienced and done something. So after graduation, whatever they got the position, whether government or academia, non-government industry, they already have this mindset for the transdisciplinary. So we are aiming to having this kind of attitude so that we can do the good results for the tropical bed bugs. So as an entomologist, we are only focusing on how to remove the insect using any kind of the pest management method. But while we are developing this transdisciplinary course, I had to work together with the person who working for the socially discriminated population. So now I need to consider these people because if I support them to use chemical to do their DIY whatever, depending on the people, they may cannot use it, they cannot do it. Maybe resource problem or disabled or any other reason because everyone have different situations. So that one we should understand as well. So this is what I want to share, the idea. So conclusion. To build up the bottom-up approach to solve the complicated real-world problem, we have to understand the actual real-world problem and figuring out what is the necessary solution. And don't try to approach with a single method, but overall as a package or solution, so that we can actually support them to do it. Thank you very much.
Okay, our final presentation here is from Associate Professor Dr. Mira Singham Genocide.
사진 빛났잖아.
University of Science in Malaysia.
약간 벌칙 같아, 벌칙.
We'll be talking today about